is time for your weekly breakdown on the latest in entertainment, sports, pop culture, and all things Milwaukee. This is Nothing But the Truth with Melanie Ricks. Now streaming on 1017 The Truth YouTube with the witty banter, latest trends on social media, and hottest celebrity topics, here is Melanie Ricks.
Okay. Hey. Okay. Okay. Hey. Yeah. Whoa, I haven't whoaed in a little bit, just a little bit. But it was like a teeny, like a little, like, you know what I mean? It was more of like a little shoulder.
Hit him with a good one.
You know what I mean? Hit him with a good one?
A good one.
It's whoa. But that is kind of how we used to do it, right? Yeah. And then it's always like the tremble after for me. Rhea's not on camera, but she hitting that. What's up, everybody? There she is. Aw, cutie. Hi, cutie. Welcome, everyone, to Nothing But the Truth with Melanie Ricks and my girl, Rhea, in the stew.
Hello.
Do you have a producer name, or are you Rhea?
No, it's just been my first and last name.
Rhea Riley. I love it. Aw. R&R. We need a little R&R.
Yeah, that's
me. Period. Rhea and I were getting hyped before the show because we had a kid dancing in our face, and it was great. In our faces, I should say. He was great. He left. He literally just left. He saw the on-air sign go on. He was like, all right, I've done my job. Ladies, you take it from here.
Oh, my God, really?
Yeah.
So cute.
They literally just left. So cute. He was so sweet. He had on a red shirt that said Juice Box Energy. Mm-hmm. He was like making faces. He was dancing, doing cartwheels. He was so sweet. And then I pointed him out to Rhea. So she came in the studio to take a look at him, and he started doing it for her too. And he like, yeah, he did this. It was so cute. And I'm like, see, you know you're cute. That's why your parents got that shirt for you. The mom and dad are literally sitting there eating their fries like, we see this every day. Like
nothing new.
Nothing new, just more Juice Box Energy for our boy. Well, you know what, fellas? I need y'all to keep that same energy that Juice Box Energy guy had. No, I'm just kidding. He's a kid. But like for real, because he was just having the time of his life, and there's very few things, honestly, Rhea, that energize me more than seeing someone just living their best life.
Yeah.
Having so much fun, not having a care in the world. And I think that's why people have children, because you can live vicariously through them, and they're innocent, and they're like rediscovering the world. So it's almost like you're rediscovering the world through their lens. You know what I mean?
That was a new one we got there. I understand.
We got there. Yeah, it was like the path was like here, but then here. But like really though, I've heard that, and obviously it can go to the left where you're living vicariously in the sense where you're trying to like duplicate your life, but on them to right your wrongs. But this is the thing: unless you're teaching your son how to post a woman on the internet and love her out loud and be the example for other men, don't live vicariously. Don't try to, do unto them what you were unable to do unto yourself, because at the end of the day, we all have to make our own choices. Yep. We have to all learn from our mistakes. Believe it or not, those who succeed have failed at one point. I saw a meme today. It said you can go two directions, right? You can try or you could not. But then from the try or not, going up from the try, there were two lines. You could either succeed or you could fail. But if you don't try, the only thing you can do is fail. Yeah. And I loved that.
I like that a lot.
It was a good, visual. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I didn't do the best. I tried with my two hands, but
Paths are different paths.
You know what I mean? We got there. But it's been a lot of chatter on the internet about loving out loud, posting your significant other, what it means to show people you're in a relationship and show that pride that you take in your significant other, your spouse, your person. But right now I want to speak from the POV of a woman who did not get posted. So everybody listen. Yeah, I know. It sounds sad, but we all right. So my very first adult relationship, I was 21. I was 20 actually when we met. And we celebrated my 21st together though, which was so cute. And he was great. We were in a relationship for 5 years. He's the person that I originally adopted my two babies with, Paul and Mabel. Otis I adopted on my own. And when I was with this guy, great relationship. Had so much fun, but he was also a Leo. It's hard to date. When you're Leo, it's hard to date another Leo. And I learned that eventually we were not going to work out. We broke up because we genuinely grew up and grew apart. We got together when I was 20. We broke up when I was 25. Great 5 years, didn't work out. one thing that was consistent about that relationship, this man never posted me on the internet. Never, ever, ever. And this was, you know, in the early aughts, if you will, of Instagram. This is like when IG was like low key still, like kind of like your own personal photo album. You had some followers, but it wasn't like what it is now. But you're still posting your people. And he and I, we were more active on Facebook back then. And I'm like, even to this day, I'm still friends with like a lot of his family members. He would post when he would go fishing. He would post the pups. He would post, you know, because he is a school teacher. He would post, you know, his students' homework assignments, but he never posted me. And I didn't think anything of it because genuinely, I would post them all the time, right? No big deal. Like, that's just how I am. And I was very much in love with this man. So I was posting him like it was normal. He never, ever, ever posted me. The only reason why I would end up on his page was from me tagging him, you know, because I'm we were more on Facebook, like I said, back then. So like when you tag somebody, especially back then, it all showed up on your timeline always. Yeah. So it wasn't like people didn't know we were together. It's just he never posted me. And again, didn't think anything of it. Mm-hmm. When we broke up, like literally, I'm not even kidding you, probably like 5 of my really close girlfriends were like, yeah, we kind of knew this wasn't going to last because he never posted you. And they were like, that was such a red flag. But they were like, we didn't really want to say anything because you were fine with it. Mm-hmm. And first off, I was like, why didn't you tell me about the red flag when you saw it? First off. Second, why is it a red flag for a guy not to post you? Because Rhea, genuinely, even back then, my mindset was he's loving me in private. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, it's real love. We're really having fun. We're really doing these things together. If I'm posting about him, I'm not doing it to save face or to look like I'm happy. Like, we just so happened to have this great boating trip together, and now I'm back at home reliving it, so I'm going to post it on social media. It was like that. It wasn't like, hey, we're doing this right now, and I want everyone to know what we're doing right now. Like, it was literally just like for the memes, right? Mm-hmm. But again, he never did that. And I never thought anything of it because I would think like, oh, he's not really on social media like that. Like, he has a Facebook, he has an IG, but like, he just has it to have it. But then as soon as we broke up, because the one thing he would do, he did have me in his profile picture sometimes. Like, sometimes it would be us, but then sometimes it would be him or a fish. I don't know. He's like he's a hunter's man. You know what I mean? He's like one of the, you know?
Sure.
I know, sure.
Don't swap me out for some picture of you with a fish.
With a fish. And also, ladies, you want to talk about red flags? If you're on a dating profile and he's holding a fish, swipe left. Don't ask why, just swipe left.
Run.
Run, and then thank me later. And then, guy, if you are on dating profiles and you have your picture of yourself with a fish, remove it. Thank me later. Don't ask why, though.
Right. I was just about to, but never mind.
You'll trust me. You'll thank me. No, but yeah, he never did. And after the fact, it definitely hurt my feelings when I thought more about it, because it's like, why wouldn't you post me? Mm-hmm. We're happy. And like, now all of a sudden we're broken up, and I think it was because he wanted me to think that he was good with us breaking up.
Yeah.
All of a sudden he started posting all the time when he was with his friends, when he was doing this, that, and the other. I'm like, oh, so you can post you and, you know, your guys, but you weren't posting me when we were together.
Yeah, that's wrong.
And I'm like, I'm that girl. Like, and at the time I was dancing for the Bucks.
You were definitely that girl.
So I was that girl. Like, Rhea, I was so much that girl. I'm about to spill some tea. Yeah, and he probably still watches my stuff. He was trying to get girls by telling them, yeah, my ex is a Bucks dancer.
Ew.
Why are you picking up chicks by telling them that I used to dance for the Bucks? If I were that chick, another red flag. This is not about to be the red flag show, kind of, but that's another red flag. If you're talking to somebody and they can't stop talking about their ex, red flag.
Yeah.
Huge. And Rhea and I just were talking before the show. We said we don't really believe in going through guys' phones. I went through his phone after we broke up, only because the spirit told me to. Mm-hmm. I found so many text messages of him talking about me to women that he was trying to get.
Ew.
So weird, right?
Yeah.
Like, why? Like,
what do you get from that?
Nothing. Well, he was trying to big himself up. Like, hey, I got this kind of chick, so what you got?
But also, like, when you were in the relationship, you didn't do anything. So what are we doing here?
What are we doing? Like, he didn't go to, because at the time I was teaching dance.
Yeah.
He didn't go to the dance recitals, and that actually is what hurt my feelings the most, and you understand because you're in the dance world.
Yes.
If you are a dance instructor or a dancer, if you're performing, it is a huge deal to have people in the audience supporting you.
Yes.
It hits different when you are standing on that stage and you know there's no one out there for you. It is a very sad feeling. It's sad. Even if I'm the teacher and I'm not in any of these routines, I choreographed a fourth of these routines, let's say, and you're not there to support me even though I asked you to.
Right.
And in a relationship, if your significant other asks you to do something, it's because they want you to do that thing. They're not asking for sport. They're asking because they want you to be there.
Yeah.
So, like, he wouldn't support me in certain things. After a while, he stopped going to Bucks games. Like, there were a lot of things, writings on the wall, where he, like, wanted to still be with me because it was the idea of me, but he didn't want to actually do the work of being my man. And that's part of why we grew apart. And I started recognizing those things. He never outright said it, but the flags were all there.
Yep.
So now you fast forward to today. That's my story. I'm curious, how do y'all feel about men who don't post their women online? Because I'm going to tell you right now who's posting their woman online. His name is Klay Thompson. Yes, it is. Hello, Meg. I see what you're working with. Well, we all know what you're working with, but I'm talking about the man that you're working with now, because we know Klay Thompson, right, from the NBA world. We know him of Golden State Warriors fame, 4-time NBA champ, I believe. He is somebody who, I'm not going to lie, you even said it in your text, he comes off as like kind of like a nerd.
Yeah.
He does like outdoor activities. He's a cornball. He reminds me of my ex, actually. Like, we used to do water sports. I don't do water sports, but like I did them with him because I loved him.
Yeah.
And now you got Meg on a boat. Meg out here driving the boat. She's golfing. I ain't never seen Meg the Stallion twerk on a golf course, but now we have. And it's because of Klay. And he is loving her out loud. Like, he has been, I feel like he's been posting her more than she's been posting him.
Yeah, as he should.
I was going to say it is Meg.
I mean,
like,
he's lucky.
He's lucky. Sorry, Klay. I'm sure you're a great guy. It's no disrespect, but Meg is that girl. You want to talk about that girl? She is that girl. I love Meg.
Yeah.
You can't tell me anything about her.
I date her. 1000%.
I mean, Rhea, I'm not into women, but if God said you have to choose someone, I would be like Meg the Stallion.
Yep.
Hello.
Yep.
Hands down. Like, she's gorgeous, but like, genuinely, it's not even just like her physical attributes, her brains, what she does with her platform, the way that she refused to let anybody tell her who she was, what she did, what she, allegedly lied about. Nothing. She didn't lie. Yep. Let's just be honest. We're not going to go there, though.
Mourning.
What'd you say?
While she's grieving.
While she's grieving. She lost her, let's not even.
I know.
So it goes on. And then, Rhea and I, at one point, we had a conversation recently about who we think are the hottest female rappers right now. To me, it's Meg, hands down. So you got Meg now entering this relationship in which this man is loving her out loud, especially following what happened with Tory Lanez. It's nice to see. And it's cute because, like I said, Klay is posting them. Like, Klay is the one, like, posting all these TikToks of, like, these moments. Like, this man is editing videos together and, like, posting them on the internet for us. And then, Rhea, I told you this too, he made a caption in which it was a picture of himself, and he said, my girlfriend likes these pictures. So, like, he's even inadvertently posting her. That is so sexy.
Yes.
We love that as women.
Yeah.
But that being said, how do you feel in today's day and age about a man who doesn't post their woman? Because one more super quick example, Taylor Rooks just got married. This girl popped out and got married. Taylor Rooks, sideline reporter. She's worked for Bleacher Report, TNT, Big Ten Network. She's great. She's one of, like, the top figureheads as far as female analysts in sports, I would say, in basketball specifically. If I showed you her, you would know
Probably
her.
know her, yeah, okay.
She's stunning. She's somebody who, I'm not going to lie to you, I would almost say she could be comparable. You could almost say that she's a Meg the Stallion of the sports world.
Oh,
and
love that.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, she's just got this va-va-voom about her, and she's a sweetheart. I've met her. She's wonderful. Like, black girl magic through and through, right? But she popped out with her husband. Like, if you know her, you knew she was engaged, you knew she had been dating, whatever. But this girl popped out. And that's what a lot of captions said, like, yes to you, keeping him private, but then loving him out loud once it's, like, official, you made the commitment, et cetera. People love that. So on one hand, Rhea, you can hide that, not hide, but, like, keep it private because it's not for public consumption. But Do you think that there's a red flag hidden in that by you not posting your significant other, whether you're the man or the woman?
1,000% yes. However, it depends if that person is like on social media to begin with. Also how you met them, because if you met them through like an online dating platform, then you you use your phone, you have to have the pictures on there anyways. You get that online app.
Fair.
But
That's a good point.
I feel like if you are already on social media and you have like, first of all, men on social media for me is just kind of like a orange flag in general. I just like kind of don't trust it.
Right.
I don't need, if you have more pictures than I do or just as many pictures as I do, I'm looking at you a little bit sideways.
Why?
Because like, what are you promoting necessarily? Like, what is it? I mean, if you're a breath away from being like another guy with a podcast.
Right.
You know?
Some people like to live their lives online. You know what I like, truly. And I'm talking like even micro influencers. I have friends that have 1,000 followers and I'm sure everybody would like to make money, but they're not necessarily doing it for that reason, the way that some of your favorite influencers are. They're doing it because they genuinely like to post their lives online.
Yeah. I kind of like that. I'm kind of like that as well, though.
Are you?
Yeah. On my private account.
Yeah. I hear you.
But no, I feel like if it's tied to a business, that's different too. But if you're like online all the time and it's not like some weird artsy hipster kind of way, like I'm gonna let you kind of sus.
Yeah.
But in the same breath, if you are online like this, I need to be on that page somewhere somehow. Because who's using the app more than you are? Other females.
So no matter what, you need people to know I'm your woman.
Yeah, claim me.
Claim me. Claim me. Period. I love that. Do you think that let's say you have a conversation, though, with that guy. What if he says to you, I just don't want people to know who you are? Because I have seen, weird example maybe, I just can't think of any other. I've seen athletes specifically, because I'm always fascinated whenever I'm like, if we're facing a certain opponent and I'll go on their socials, because I always, as a sideline reporter, you're always looking for stories. You're always looking for little nuggets that you can pick up and, hopefully talk to that guy about later.
Yeah.
Something I've noticed in athletes in particular, maybe because theirs are the posts I'm actually like looking for, a good majority of them don't tag their woman. I've noticed that. And I don't know if it's because maybe she wants to be private. Maybe they don't want the world to know who she is. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is a great example. His wife, I think her name is Haley, I think. He used to post her all the time. And I feel, I could be wrong, I didn't see him start to like really like tag her and show her, if you will, until they got married and had a kid and won the chip. And it's like maybe now they just feel more comfortable with it.
Yeah.
But how do you feel the idea of him posting you, but maybe not tagging you, but you're there? Your presence is there.
Well, like my life is separate from your life. If you live a life that's in the public eye and I'm a private citizen, I don't need to be in this.
Okay.
Especially if you are an athlete that your name is big. Like,
and that's what I think it is. Like some of them are like, that's not what I'm here for.
It's not. That's why we have all these like big old defense linebackers who have wonderful marriages.
Right. Because they keep it private.
They're in private. And most like, I don't know who you are on the
field. But
field.
then that being said, do you still think it's a red flag if they don't post them at all?
For people who are that public and that like high notice of a person, I don't know how to use the words right here, but like if you're an athlete and you're in the NBA or NFL, keep it private.
Right.
Because my life, I have a business. I have a life outside of you and your athleticism. Like, I want my life to be separate. I think those two things are important. Now, if you're Joe Schmo, you work down the street as a banker or whatever it is, I would like to be on your social media.
Interesting. Which is so interesting you put it that way, because it's like, if you're a public person, keep me private. But if you're a private person, keep me public. That's basically what you're saying. Yeah. But I understand what you're saying. That's super interesting. Let me know, y'all. How do you feel about guys who don't post their women? Should he post you or should he keep you hidden? Are you looking for your next Klay Thompson? Because, again, I like the way that he talks about Meg without having to even show her face. And obviously, because they're both so public, by him saying my girlfriend likes these pictures, come on.
That's hot.
It's so cute. I love that. I love that.
You know who your girlfriend is.
Right.
I'm happy for both of you.
I love that.
Yeah.
But then on the other side of it, of course, there's the negatives. You know, there's women who embarrass themselves when it comes to men. And I had to be really, really, really honest. I had never heard of this guy, but this YouTuber, Duke Dennis, he went viral.
Yeah.
I think they were outside of like a show of some sort. And there was this woman who offered to perform a sexual act on him. He had cameras, and let's just be very clear. I'm looking at you, Coldplay couple. Everywhere we go, there are cameras, right? So, like, you can't say something to your favorite influencer on the low and think that, like, he has a crew. He has a 5-man camera crew minimum. So, like, on camera, she was offering, you know, this. And he said, hey, let me pull you to the side. And he was like, don't you ever say that to any man. Don't you ever let anybody know what you working with. We'll, like, let that man find out privately. You don't got to put it out there.
Yeah.
I fell in love with Duke Dennis in a very short period of time. I sent that video to Rhea. I was literally like, I think I'm in love. No, but like for real, he was spitting game. And she, go find the video, y'all. She did not want to listen.
No.
How did you feel, though, about that? Because she was embarrassing herself, for sure. It was embarrassing. I said to Rhea, I think that she probably watched that in hindsight and was like, I was
done, girl.
I know.
That's tough.
It's written in ink, the internet. But like women do that a lot, I think. We do tend to embarrass ourselves for men. You know, I've done it. I think all of us have done it. How do you feel about, the flip side of, a man posting you online, keeping you hit, whatever, women putting themselves out there so much for a man, for a man's attention, especially to that point where you're like literally saying this to this, YouTuber, which is normal. Right. Let's be very clear. The Beatles had panties thrown at them, in the 60s. Like it's a very normal thing that women do, that people do, excuse me. But like, how do you feel about women who, embarrass themselves for men and take it to that point, to that extreme?
I feel sad, honestly, because like, know your worth. If a man wants you, they're going to pick you. As you said earlier today, like he will do it if he wants to do it. And I feel like there's no way. I've been embarrassed myself so many times for a man before, and it's such a hard lesson. I hate that for me, but never to that extent. I'm never outside saying nothing like that to some random YouTuber. Like, you need to be a billionaire before I even utter some type of inkling of a word that she said. But I feel like there's flies. Sorry.
It's okay.
I feel like for women, you got to love yourself first, as RuPaul said, before you love anyone else.
Period.
But also, like, know that you are the prize and that they should want you. Advertise yourself as you would want to be loved in that relationship. If you're only putting yourself out in a sexual matter or to appease them or to do things for them and not for yourself, then what's that relationship going to look like for you?
Which sucks, though, because I think as women, we feel the need to do those things in order to get a man.
Yes.
Because it's like, well, my looks or my brains or my whatever, my surface level stuff, let's just say that it's not going to be enough. So I got to show him the kind of woman I am. But like, I'm talking like physically, whether it's how you dress, what you do in your private time. You know what I mean? Like going out and trying water sports. Like, like you feel the need to do these things for a man. And it's like, I don't know. It's hard, Rhea, because it's so easy for us to sit here and say, but you know what it's like to be hypnotized. And I'm going to say hypnotized, but you know what word I'm really wanting to use? It's true.
I mean, yes.
We all get there. Men get whipped and women get hypnotized. It is very real.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I think that always, like in the beginning especially, I think it's normal. And it's almost hard not to lose yourself a little bit because you are trying to, but that being said, Rhea, I think that when you find your person, it'll be natural.
You just be yourself.
You just be yourself.
You don't have to do anything else.
Yeah.
Because that person's going to like you for exactly who you are, not what you have to offer.
I agree. Yeah. But then it is really dope when you see like a Meg and a Klay where it's like, that they enjoy doing certain activities, so you do them with them because you love that person.
Yeah.
And you want to.
Them.
Right. Yep. Exactly.
Yep.
Which, speaking of, they're using the L word already. So it's giving, when I liked you, we were private, but now that I love you, we're public.
Like, they've been together. This is new to us.
This is new to us.
I'm here for it, but I'm like, dang, okay.
No, this is not new to them. I'm just saying.
Happy for them.
I know. I love it. I love any man that wants to love his woman out loud.
But also to the point, like, she is Meg the Stallion. She's not fiending after some men out here. Like,
Klay has to. He knows. He's not. I mean, Klay's not a fool.
No.
Like we said, he's the lucky one.
Right.
And she is too. I'm sure Klay's a great guy. I've never heard anything bad about him. But like Meg, she's a a mega superstar. She's like close to Beyonce level. And the only reason why, I mean, I really do feel that way.
Okay.
And the only reason why I say close to is because, like, obviously, who is at Beyonce's level, genuinely? Maybe Adele, maybe Britney Spears. I mean, really, very few people. But Meg is only a few tiers down.
This is true, yeah.
But to even say that is a big deal, because the tiers, it depends on who you're talking to.
Yeah.
I think Meg is at Beyonce level. I'm just trying not to disturb the beehive. I'm not trying to get stung today.
Wow, that's crazy.
I know. See, beehive. No, I'm just kidding. No, but yeah, and I think that Klay understands to that point, Rhea. You just made me realize something. He has to love her out loud. He has to show her off. He has to show that he's proud of her, because what if she is the kind of woman where it's like, look at who I am.
Right.
Why wouldn't you want to show me off? And I'm not saying her saying that, but she's just that magnificent of a woman, that effervescent, like that magnetic, that he's like, look at what I got.
Yeah.
But then it makes me feel like, dang, was I not enough? And yet, this man was using me to get other women. Mm-hmm. So
it says way more about them than anyone else.
100%.
And it's just nothing but red flags. That's a confident man dating an extremely confident woman.
Yes.
He's got more to lose and she's got to lose. I feel, at least. Like,
yeah, I hear that.
At the end of the day, she's still going to be Meg the Stallion.
Right. I agree.
They both have their separate talents, but like, they came together because they both have their own separate confident lives.
Yeah.
And are confident in what they do.
Yeah.
And I think that's why it makes it such a healthy relationship. I don't know nothing about the relationship, but it feels like it's a healthy one, and which is why he's able to just speak love her out loud.
And I think she globally is probably a little bit more well known.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I looked at their IG followers, and it shouldn't matter, but it does. She has like double the followers that he, and he has like 18 million. And then she's like,
wow.
Yeah, she has more than double. I think she has like 38 million, like something crazy. Where I'm like, wow, I did not realize. But like, to that point, she's Meg the Stallion. Like, she's a big deal. And so, yeah, like, why wouldn't he love her out loud? I actually think it'd be really difficult for any man who's with a woman of that magnitude to not post about him, because that's a flex for him.
Yeah.
He's not dumb. He knows. That's a flex.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Every man in the NBA who is single is probably like, wow, Klay did that. You know what I mean? Like, for real. But it shouldn't take you being with a Meg the Stallion type to want to post your woman. And so, men, I'm not offering advice, but I am offering a thought, food for thought, which is, if you don't want to post her, should you be with her? I mean, really, though. Like, if you're with someone, unless, again, you want to keep it private, because, Rhea, I have to say, I don't think I want... I'm actually very private. When I date, I don't post about that individual.
Right.
I haven't posted about anybody actually since that guy that I was talking about.
Yeah.
And maybe it's a little bit because I'm scarred, maybe, from that. But like,
but you're also protecting your brand too. You got to think about that as well. And like, I think that has to do with the relationship you're in with that person. Like, we have to have a conversation of, are we posting each other? Are we public with our relationship? Or are we private? Is this going to affect your business, or is it going to affect your hustle? Like, I think those are two very important things that do need to be discussed when entering a new relationship.
That's true. No, that's a really good point. And I mean, that's one of the many things that need to be discussed. I mean, yeah, you're right. Are we going to be posting each other? And if so, what are we posting?
Right.
Like, what type of, content? What are we allowing people to see in our lives? Well, Nicolandria from Love is Blind, Love is Island. From Love Island.
Yes.
Love Island. Sorry, I mixed the two. My bad. They've been posting a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, and they're so cute. They just got off the island, and they're in like Greece or something right now. Again, I did not watch the show. I know you finally just caught up, though.
Just binged it.
And I mean, listen, they're loving out loud, and I love it. They are living their best lives. I get why they've been so public, because it's like you met on this reality dating show, and like kind of everybody's invested. It's kind of like when you're on Facebook and a friend that you like don't really know, there's like a few degrees of separation, but you know them, they post that they're pregnant. Well, that's our baby now. Like, we're part of this journey.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Our baby is the size of a cucumber today. Like, not a cucumber, but like, you know what I mean? Like a cucumber slice. I don't know. But like, that's our child. Like, that's my little apple in there. Sorry, Rhea, sorry. But I feel the same. My point, I feel the same way about Nicolandria. Like, that's our relationship. Nick is my man.
I mean, some people actually worked hard for this. They're like, I'm going to download the app. Actually, I will say I did download the app, and I voted for them. So I have.
She said some people.
It's me.
That's funny. But that's the thing. Like, if you voted for them, that's your relationship.
Yeah.
Like, you're invested.
I wanted to work.
No, for real. So, like, I get it. And I know everything is always based on what makes sense for your situation. It's all situational. I always like to say that. But it is good food for thought. Let us know in the comments what you think. Should he post you or should he keep you hidden? And vice versa. How do you feel about your woman posting you? So I feel like some men are like, don't post me. And it's like, but why? Why?
Right.
What don't you want people to know?
Why can't you got someone hiding in the bushes here I need to be worried about?
I mean, I'm just wondering. Well, if you're just wondering how you can find a great date night, there are plenty of them, and Visit Milwaukee always has plenty of options for you. Shout out to my guy, Ian Thompson. We had a great conversation about some of the things that are coming up. We know Milwaukee is the city of festivals. There's always a lot to see, a lot to do. And as he was telling me about some of his favorite things that are coming up, I was like, these sound like some really good date ideas. I have a lot of friends who are always looking for their next, like, place to go and meet somebody, because I feel like that's like a big thing that a lot of single people have been saying. It's just hard to meet someone. Where do I go? Oh, I probably should go to a space that I haven't been before. Maybe like branch out a little bit. This is your opportunity to learn how you can. So make sure you keep listening for our conversation with Ian Thompson that we had about some of the things that are coming up in the city of festivals. Again, shout out to our friends over at Visit Milwaukee, but also shout out to y'all. Really appreciate you all tuning into the show. Let me know in the comments. Should he post you? Should he keep you hidden? How do you feel about loving your person out loud? And let me know how you feel about Meg and Klay. I'm curious what y'all think. Appreciate you so much. Shout out to my girl, Rhea. Thank you again for tuning in to Nothing But the Truth with Melanie Ricks. We'll see you next week. Have a wonderful rest of your day, everybody. Bye. And now being joined by Ian Thompson, Senior Communications Manager with Visit Milwaukee. Hello, Ian. We meet again.
Hello. Thanks for having me.
Thank you for being here. How are things going since we last chatted?
You know, summer's hot. You know, summer's going on. It is great to be in the city of Milwaukee, and no complaints because there's always something going on.
Yeah, quite literally. Well, I feel like I ask you this pretty much every time we're together, but because every time we get together, there's yet another festival going on. We are here in the thick of the heat, the thick of the city of festival season. What is one that you are looking forward to that's coming up here in the next few weeks?
Yeah, Dance Fest, right? So
Dance Fest.
Dance Fest.
Talk to me.
Are you familiar with Dance Fest?
I am not.
Okay, this is a great time to tell you about it then. So Dance Fest is put on by No Studios. This is actually not the first year that they've had it, but it is a celebration of movement and culture. When you're talking about Dance Fest, you have different dance groups that are coming in from, you know, Chicago, from Madison, of course, from Milwaukee area as well. But it's a showcase of all these different things that they have. When you're talking about it at the Marcus Performing Arts Center, you've got African dance. You've also got like it's programming that is not just dance as well. So you can go and do like morning yoga. They have food vendors there as well. So all these things together is what makes Dance Fest. So. In addition to that, bachata is one of those things where you get to learn how to do it. And
love it.
I'm kind of looking forward to that. I think I might go and learn how to do
as
a
you
little bit more
should.
bachata as well.
Yes.
So looking forward to that. But yeah, there's also like, you know, Q&As and just a billion different things that are happening with it.
That's wonderful. I was going to say, I feel like bachata, or really like any type of dance lesson, if you will, it's always a really great date idea.
Yes. Yep. They're all great date ideas. And this is like something that goes on from like, you know, it starts at what, 8 o'clock in the morning and then goes all the way. Yep. 11 o'clock rather until like 9 o'clock at night. So it's an all day event.
And then remind me the date of that.
Yeah. It is the first weekend in August. The exact date, it's on the Saturday, the first week in August.
Okay.
August 2nd.
Okay, cool.
Saturday, August 2nd. Yeah.
Love it. Aw, that's my older brother's birthday. Shout out to Kurt. Well, in addition to Dance Fest, Bronzeville Fest is coming up. The schedule isn't out quite yet, but what are some of your top spots to visit in Bronzeville, would you say?
Yeah, Bronzeville is a great historic district. It is very historically walkable as well. So, you know, if you're starting a little bit further to the north, you've got to start at America's Black Holocaust Museum, right?
No question.
You know, when you're talking about the story of, you know, why the Black Holocaust Museum was founded with a lynching survivor, it existing in a different entity, but now it being in the heart of Bronzeville. I mean, you will learn so much there, not only about, your genealogy, not only about, the history of Americas, but, you'll also learn a couple of things about local Milwaukeeans and things that are in the present as well. So all of those things kind of together makes the Black Holocaust Museum. In addition to that, I would also say you got to go and check out some of the restaurants there, right?
Yeah.
Have you been to Pepper Pot before?
No.
You have not been to Pepper Pot?
What is Pepper Pot? Tell me about it, Ian.
Okay, so Pepper Pot is Jamaican food. So if you're looking to, there you go. You definitely got to go. So if you're thinking about Jamaican food, you can go and get your Jamaican jerk chicken. You can go and get your rum punch. You can go and get fish. Also, so I think I might have talked about it before, but they have cheese curds there. So
this is Wisconsin.
Yeah, this is Wisconsin. But here's the thing. So I think that they are some of the best cheese curds in the city because
at
they
Pepper
actually
Pot.
At Pepper Pot,
really?
At a Jamaican restaurant.
Okay.
So they make the cheese curds with the Jamaican jerk seasoning in them. So that's what takes that, to the next level.
Oh my goodness. That's not even fair.
Yes.
Okay, that's good to know. Pepper Pot.
Now you're going. You're going
I'm
tonight.
definitely going.
Yeah, you're going tonight.
But I love that you mentioned the Black Holocaust Museum. Not enough people know about it and have been to it, and realize it's so accessible. And like you said, I like that it teaches us not just the unknown parts, if you will, of Black history, but even about our own neighborhoods. It's really cool to learn about the very blocks that we're walking down and, in a sense, take for granted because they're so what they are now. They're so much more modern and everything, but it's really cool to know that the kind of people who walked before we were able to run on those same streets.
Yeah, and when you're talking to the staff there, you realize how much knowledge that they have about, Milwaukee and the world as well. I feel like every single time that I go there, I definitely learn something new. So if you haven't gone before, go check it out.
Also, it's ironic that I call Bronzeville modern because I feel like it's actually a very historical neighborhood.
So interesting fact that I just learned, again, when I say I go there every single time, I learned something. Bronzeville, in and of itself, where it exists today, was not the original Bronzeville.
Oh.
So due to the restructuring, due to highways going in and everything else, a long time ago, Bronzeville was actually in a different location. So this is the second iteration of Bronzeville as it exists in the Milwaukee area.
So, and I don't know if you would know the exact location, but are there highways now where?
Yep. Yep, exactly.
Interesting. Well, this in Milwaukee, I actually did hear is going to be selling a cookbook. Would you be able to tell me a little bit about it? Who's going to be in it? And I hear that there's going to be a cooking series at the public market. So where can we find it? Give me all the details.
Yeah. So the cookbook is going to be distributed all over the city. Details to come as we, get to some of the distribution. But when you're talking about the cookbook, you have so many different Milwaukee chefs that are from there. So it's forward by Paul Bartolotta, of course.
Bartolotta Restaurants.
Yes. And then Chef Juan from the Bartolotta Group as well is in there with a dish from Ristorante. When you're thinking about some of those other dishes as well, you've got Kyle Nall, nationally renowned from Birch. You've also got
Birch.
Yeah, Birch is amazing.
It's really good.
you've also got Dan from The Diplomat.
So good.
Well.
Yes.
Caesar salad, right? So he actually got me to try out his Caesar salad. I'm not a dressing person whatsoever.
So
but
good.
It's excellent, and the croutons that he makes with it,
beyond.
Yeah, beyond.
Homemade. I'm sorry, but once you try homemade croutons on a delicious Caesar salad, you can't go back. No offense, grocery stores, but like homemade croutons, that's where it's at. But that's one thing I've never learned how to make as a whole. And I know it's easy. It's just like dried out bread essentially, but like really good.
So here's the thing: if you get the cookbook,
I'll learn how to make it. Come on,
learn how to make it.
Ian.
There you go.
There we go.
Exactly. So when you're talking about the cookbook, we also have a cookbook series happening at the Milwaukee Public Market as well.
Cool.
So there's 4 different dates with Black Shoe Hospitality, Flower Girl and Flame, Ruta's Fresh Indian Fare, and then Kyle Nall from Birch as well. So they'll actually be making the dish that they have featured in the Milwaukee Flavor Cookbook.
Cool.
So you'll get an opportunity to learn more about the dish, learn more about the chefs as well, and actually see them make it hands-on. So it's a little bit more approachable if you're kind of like, oh, can I make this at home? Yes.
Right.
you can make it at home.
Well, and so, they say that there's different types of learners. There's like the visual learner, the audio learner, hands-on. I'm a little bit of all three, I have to say. But hands-on, like I have to watch you do it. You know what I mean? Like I can listen to the instructions or read or look at the instructions all day. It's just different when you watch someone actually do it. So it's really cool.
Yeah, if you go to all four, then you can just like reminisce back, and then you'll know how to make, barbecue chicken wings. You'll learn how to make shearing deviled dung potatoes. I have no idea. Dutch baby, I guess that's a thing. And then schnitzel as well. So now you've got 4 dishes that you can add into your arsenal as well.
Ian, I'm going just to find out what Dutch baby is. What on earth?
I don't know what that is, but I'm looking forward to figuring out what that is too.
All right. Well, and I keep saying it, but all of these things that we're talking about, they're all really great date ideas too. And the reason why I say that is because something that continues to come up, in conversation, honestly, with my social group, but then also on social media, I see is still people feeling like this is the worst time to be dating. And I keep telling my single friends, it's because you got to put yourself in different rooms. You got to put yourself in different spaces. Like if the dating apps aren't working or if your usual hangs aren't working, put yourself in different social settings and just see if that works, And so I'm not saying you're going to go there and meet the love of your life, but why not branch out and do something you haven't done before? Because even if you don't find love, maybe that's not even what you're looking for. You may end up finding, different friends or acquaintances.
Yeah. I mean, I think one of the hottest things that I'm looking to try in the city of Milwaukee that is going to be my hopefully potential date at some time is you can actually go and learn how to dance in a restaurant.
Wait, how to dance in a restaurant? What do you mean?
Yeah. So if you go over to Brisa du Mar on Sunday nights, they have Dance Works over there. So, you can grab pizza from there, grab pasta. You can sit at the bar. You can learn how to do all the dances as well. And they also have a riverside patio. So just like
I love that. And I love that area.
Yes.
Oh, it's perfect for that. That's so great. Well, something else coming up, IndyCar. It's coming to Milwaukee this year with the Snap-on Milwaukee Mile 250. What should people know about this event? And I hear there also maybe is a giveaway.
There is a giveaway. Okay, so have you watched Drive to Survive yet?
Yes.
Okay, so if anybody hasn't watched it yet, watch it in advance of the event that's happening here with Snap-on IndyCar in August. You will just have that adrenaline just flowing through your veins, and you'll be ready for it here in Milwaukee. I had the luck of being able to go last year, go in the pits, see what exactly is happening with, the tire changes, with, the drivers yelling at their crews, everything else. And, it's coming to the Milwaukee area. You'll actually see some people that were on the Drive to Survive show and that were in F1 here in Milwaukee. So some of those people as well from the IndyCar series do actually go up to F1 and F2. So those people you see here in Milwaukee might be on Drive to Survive one day, because this is one of those leagues where you can elevate yourself and, continue to get up to F1.
That is so cool. I love that. Out of all these events, I mean, it's probably hard to choose, but what are you most looking forward to out of all the things?
Ooh, well, I personally can't win the giveaway. So, I mean, I would love to go and, get garage passes, general admission tickets. But thing I'm looking forward to most, I think that just like all the events, I just look forward to equally, to be completely honest, because I just decide to pack my schedule so much. Like tonight, there's at the Pfizer Forum at the Deer District, they're showing Coco outdoors. It's a little hot, but it'll be when this actually airs.
Yeah.
It'll be last week, but they actually do continue to have series going on where they've shown like Moana 2, Coco, and other ones, and they have outdoor music series and outdoor. They've actually got like a Boots. I believe it's like a country music thing that's going on there too. Yeah. So I mean, when I just look forward to all these events almost equally, because I know that I can pack my schedule with something just about every single day in Milwaukee, whether it's a festival, whether it's live music, where it's going to see a movie, whether it's like going to see a magician, just so many random things that you wouldn't expect from Milwaukee. I kind of just look forward to them equally.
And I love how much we utilize like the Deer District and all of these really cool spaces. And it gives people an opportunity to branch out and maybe see things they hadn't before. Love anything that is good for families, like going to seeing a showing of Moana at the Deer District. It sounds ideal. It sounds really fun.
Yeah, we're a family-friendly city, and it's not just going to a museum. It's not just going on the water. There's so many different things for families. Like I highly recommend going and checking out the Bobblehead Museum. Just like cool things overall.
I love it. Well, Ian, you always come in and drop some dimes on us, so we really appreciate you. Make sure y'all go and check it out. And if you're wondering where else you can find things that are happening around the city this summer, make sure you go to visitmilwaukee.org. That's visitmilwaukee.org. And again, this was Ian Thompson, Senior Communications Manager over at Visit Milwaukee. Ian, thank you so much. Always a pleasure.
Thank you for having me.